Hey everyone, my name is Carlos. I'm Datagran CEO and co-founder. Today, I'm extremely excited to show you a product that we've been working for a while, and it's called Datagran Apps. Datagran has been known for its power and flexibility in terms of data workflows, how to ingest data, create models, and then send data to multiple destinations. But not only that, with AI, you can also create bots that can respond to specific questions, not only in our platform, but also, for example, via API or via Slack. We think that there was a missing link in this whole ecosystem, and it was to make it extremely easy for developers to enable custom apps for internal clients or even for customers. And we think that most of the products out there are just like nice demos that don't really look professional. And so we set this objective to not only make an app that is functional, but also that looks professional using, for example, shading components. So I just want to jump into this new cool product, and hopefully you find it as appealing and as useful as we do. Let's start and jump in. So first of all, this is Datagran's workspace. And the first thing that you need to do is to go to a project. In this case, I'm just going to go to this demo project. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go to integrations. And the reason I'm going to go to integration is because for an app to work, you're going to use a submit button, you need to save the data somewhere. So the way we do that is via our REST API. So you just need to do that integration here. I'm just going to call it demo app 1. And in the stream name, I'm going to put demo app. You don't need to put your column schema. You could do that, but I'm not going to do it because we automatically do that for you when you create an app. So the next thing is I'm just going to click next here, and I'm going to assign it to my demo project, and I'm just going to click add. That's all you need to do. Now, I'm going to go back into my workspace, and I'm going to go to the demo project, and I'm going to go now to apps. In here, I'm just going to create a new app. One of the cool features that we have in Datagran is that you can create your app with AI, right? So you just provide the instruction and it's going to do it all for you. In this case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to start drag and dropping the components. So for example, I'm just going to drag and drop a text area. And actually, let's not do that. I'm just going to delete that. So just you click it, you click the delete button, and I'm just going to click the input. So in the input, I'm just going to leave it here. And now I'm going to select the table, right? And I'm just going to place it up there. And then after that, I'm going to select a button. So one of the cool things here about Datagran is that you can also customize your app to look or to have the colors of your company. So for example, in our case is green. And not only that, I can modify the radius, of the buttons. So for example, in this case, I can just make them a little bit more square or a little bit more rounded. So let's see, I kind of like that. So I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. Now, I'm going to start configuring my buttons. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to select a demo table. So for example, in this case, I'm going to select this table and I'm going to start adding my columns. The first column is going to be month, and then the next column is going to be revenue. Okay. And that's going to start populating there. It's reloading, perfect. So now I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger and I'm just gonna put it there. Now, that's great. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna configure my submit button. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to select the integration that I just created. So for example, in this case, I'm going to call it, I'm going to select my my demo app that I just created. And the next thing I'm going to choose is my field. I can change the name of my field here. So for example, in this case, it's going to be revenue. For example, revenue field. And this is just obviously an example, so that then I can select it in the submit button. Something that I want to mention before that is that we're optimized for mobile as well. And I think that's a huge advantage for all of us, because obviously nowadays everybody uses mobile as a main tool. So in here, we automatically assign a number for the mobile stack. Okay, you can change that, of course, so that it looks really nice and in order in your app as well. Now, in the submit button, I just want to select my revenue field, okay? And that's about it. The next thing I can do is I can hit the play button to just preview this. So I'm just going to do that. As you can see, it nicely previews the app. And then I can just do something here, like, for example, 347, which is, for example, the revenue I want to select, and then I'm just hit the submit button, and this is making the submit into the database. And I'm going to teach you in a little bit how can I grab that information from Datagran. Then another thing I can do is just publish this app, right, and share a URL that people can, of course, interact with and use. I'm not going to do that in this case. I'm just going to stop this, and now I'm going to head into a data workflow. So in here, it says pipelines. I'm going to go there. Actually, let me refresh this because I think I had a connection problem. There we go. So now I am in apps, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new pipeline. And as you can see in this new pipeline, there is in here my integration. The integration I just created as my destination table. Then I'm just gonna drag and drop an SQL. You can use any of the operators that we have. And I'm just gonna double click on this SQL, and I'm gonna run the query. Sometimes it has a little bit of a delay for the data to appear, but in this case, it's right there immediately. As you can see, that's my revenue field, and I can start doing transformation models or anything I want. So that's basically it. That's apps. Of course, apps is in beta. We still have a ton of components to do, but we just wanted to release it to see what are your use cases. And in case we're missing a component that you would like to use, please let us know, and we can develop that extremely fast. We just don't want to do components that people don't use. So let us know what's your feedback on that, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much.